Cowboys taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4.
Right to the air is Jackson.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. The Ravens hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They set...
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
On second down, here's the option.
And past the 30 down to about the 27. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And the drive starts with a run from Achane. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. A give, running right, Achane. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the 1st quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do that. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Prescott to throw it. Rolling to his left. Throw caught by Achane. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's not going to get the 1st. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
You got to make a move.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Shoves him aside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And
That's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
First down, Dallas.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Play action now. Prescott. Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Madubuike able to record his 5th sack of the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
A run straight ahead with Achane. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run. Achane.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Achane. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Prescott on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we just talk about the defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this one is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out real sharp in the second half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to...
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running left, Achane. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Caught by Lamb. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand-new ball game. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. That's caught inside the 20. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Well, security eluded him.
Now a 2nd and 2.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. Fights through it, fighting his way through contact. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Running right, here's Achane.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce in all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they are silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
No, we changed it.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Well, the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. On this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson's going to keep it. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, you know, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly. And most of the time, unsuccessfully.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
At the 39-yard line, a 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Dallas.
Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Rolling to his right. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Prescott off play action. Steps away to his left. Complete. Pollard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Charles, some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation. This is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run for it with Achane. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Here's Dak. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Now Dak. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
To throw, Prescott. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
Now Prescott. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Touchdown, Dallas.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfielder so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for Dallas, hey, they